What's going on, guys? Uh, so I've had a lot of people on the streets ask me what car this is, how I got it. Just the regular frequently asked questions from people that don't know much about the JDM scene and importing cars and stuff like that. I've had a couple of people on Instagram, really nobody asked, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out for you guys anyway. If you're interested in it, who knows? Maybe I'll sell it one day. Never. But anyways, this is a 1995 Nissan Cedric Brougham VIP edition. And the name's all in the back here, deck lid. Go ahead and do a quick walk around. So if you guys know about the Cedric and the Glorias, you know that is a competitor for Toyota's Crown. And I mean, that's all I can think off the top of my head. But basically, it's an executive sedan. And a lot of these were actually used as taxis in Japan. This particular one only had 19,000 miles on it when I picked it up from Japanese Classics LLC. Shout out to them. But I think I only put maybe like 2,000 more miles on it. So right now, if you look at the odometer, 34,992 kilometers, 34,000 kilometers. So that's roughly about like 21, almost 22,000 miles on it. But I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick rundown on little details. Nothing like Doug DeMuro, but I'll give you guys somewhat of an in-depth review. So the badge, a lot of people out in the streets will say, "Hey man, nice Cadillac, they think it's a Lincoln." And I read into it. Nissan did this because they were inspired by Lincoln. And I mean, I can't blame anybody. It really looks like a Lincoln from far away. It looks really classy too. Very grandpa-ish. But yeah, that's just the Cedric symbol, I guess, the badge. Not sure why they made it look so close to a Lincoln. I don't know how they got away with it. Probably because they never brought it up to the States in the first place. But yeah. Also, from behind, the taillights look something similar to Acura's TL series. In other words, the Honda Inspire. It also looks similar to what you would see on the later Lexuses, and more in particular, the LS430 with the facelift. Similar to it, but not that similar. There's a Nissan badge for those of you who don't believe it's a Nissan. Boom. Encased in clear cum. If you take a look at the interior, it's relatively clean. I kind of smudged it up a bit. I'm a sweaty guy. But let me unlock it real quick. So if you notice, it's cotton seats. Cotton or cloth seats. There's another name for it. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But the reason they're not leather seats is because in Japan, apparently nobody really likes leather seats. It's a rare option, but that's just a nice way of saying an undesirable option. So if you look at a lot of Toyota Celsiors, which are Lexus LS400s up here, a lot of them come with cloth seats. A lot of luxury cars came with cloth seats, actually. So it's just more desirable. I guess it's easier to maintain, cleaner. It lasts longer, obviously, because goddamn, they're in really good condition. And it's just a little smellier, but I mean, so what? I can deal with it. Another thing I absolutely love about this car is the fact that it uses the frameless window design. So the frameless window design, or pillarless window, pillarless doors or whatever, they're mainly used in coupes. The only car I know that has it up here is like the Lexus ES300 and ES250 for the first 3 generations. And I think the Dodge Neon had it too at one point, up until they had the facelift. But I think it's a really classy look. Really, real classy look. Not a lot of cars have this. Let's go ahead and turn this one on real quick. So as you can see, it's a power telescoping and telescoping and tilt steering wheel. Power seats that also have two banks for memory. So you can set it how you want. It goes up and down. It even has a lumbar adjustment, which is right there. Yeah, pretty cool. We'll turn it on. If you see that, that is actually a touchscreen. So back in 1995, while all Infiniti had to offer was I don't even think they had a screen at all, but they had a bunch of buttons and whatnot. Meanwhile, these cars actually came with touchscreens. Nissan's not the only one to implement this type of technology. Toyota had it as well. I think even Mazda had a couple touchscreens, and especially Honda. I could be wrong though, but if you don't believe me, I mean, the climate, it's all yeah, I don't know, you can see past that little wave there, but you can actually do a lot of stuff over there. And actually, if you notice, it also something in particular for the back seat controls as well. The reason for that is, as I told you, it's a taxi's car, or I guess a sort of executive taxi car in Japan. So the place to be at in this car is actually the back seats, and I'll show you guys in a second why. More on the front though, I mean, it's just your standard gauge cluster, nothing much, nothing interesting in particular. I mean, you got your fog lights that can turn on independently, which not a lot of cars do nowadays. You know, headlights, signals, and all that shit. If you guys know any good Japan kanji, I think, let me know what all this shit says. I got Google Translate, but I mean, you can only trust Google Translate for so long. And yeah, that's an automatic transmission, 4 motherfucking gears. That's all you get, but it's good enough for me, man. So about these back seats, okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and lay it on you guys. You can actually get the center console down. I already have it tilted up, but you know, it can close up. Let me see if I can show you real quick. See, it'll look like a regular armrest, but if you open it up, as you've already seen, you can actually control the air from here. You can control the volume. It'll override whatever you have up there. So like if you're turning up the volume and then somebody back here decides to turn down the volume, it's gonna go down. That's just how it is. You can also adjust the temperature, so you can see it's all in Celsius, you know, metric measurements, I guess. And yeah, you can turn it on or off. Let me see, if you keep on pressing this, you'll actually up the fan speed all the way till you get it to low, or you can just set it to automatic and it will turn up the fans according to the temperature that you want, and based on the temperature that's outside. So it's not bad at all. And also, a cool thing that I found out that you could do was, if you get into settings, you can actually split the speakers so that the back seat doesn't, you know, so you don't hear the speakers from the back seats, and it'll only play from the front seats. So, you know, if you want quietness in the back here, well, boom, you can go ahead and do that. Also, see, you can see right here, you can actually move the front seat, the front passenger seat, so you can get out the way in order to make some extra room from the back. So you don't have to ask anybody in the front to, you know, move your seat. Ashtrays on both sides, as you can tell, it's a 90s car. And the main selling point for me was this: these seats actually recline. See this little button right here? You see it over there on that side too? Yeah, you can actually recline both of these seats. So you know, you don't believe me, it actually still works. It works just fine. See? I mean, it don't recline that much, but trust me, that's enough for you to go ahead and say, damn, that's pretty fucking fancy, you know? A lot of people never believe this shit when I tell them, and I show them, and they're like, damn, you know? It's not bad at all. You can actually open the trunk from back here. Also, your fuel door opener. Here's just a button. But anyways, this trunk is pretty fucking big. Excuse all the stuff that I have, but it's a pretty decent sized trunk. Short, but nonetheless, it's a trunk. That's all you get. Oh, a CD player. I don't really have CDs anymore, but hey, that's my luxury right there. And if you guys are wondering what kind of engine these Y33 Cedrics and Glorias have, they actually are part of the VQ family. This one in particular, I got with a VQ30 DET. So the T stands for turbo, obviously. And yep, there you go, a VQ30. Same sort of engine that's in the Maxima, but with a turbo. Boosted boys. But there you guys have it. Somewhat of a good fucking overview of the car. So yeah.